Hold on, fellas. We gotta do it all over again. I'm sorry. No one can hear me. Fuck. Sorry, fellas. Hold on.
SoloBass15, thanks for coming on the show. Talk about yourself. The floor is yours.
Talk about myself. I'm fantastic. How's it going? No, I am SoloBass15. I stream on Twitch. You can find me at SoloBass15 on Twitch. You can find me at Gambit Podcast on Twitch, where I'm one half of the Gambit Podcast. Apparently, Zareth's worst lifter unit. I am no little man. And yeah, that's one account of mine is 12 million GP. The other account's about 10.7 million GP. Yes, I do red crate both conquests, and that's where we're at. How's it going, guys?
So an overall badass then.
Yeah.
Well, in my own mind. In my
Yeah.
own mind.
And for those of you that have not, definitely watch Solo when he is on Twitch when he's doing his GAC, because the man's pretty good.
I do a thing or two.
He's definitely up there, around the tip of the spear part in terms of a GAC. So
You didn't say it right.
I can brag that I am literally in the best TW guild in the world right now, because Maw 1 can suck it. We beat them. And they called themselves the best. So here we go.
Nice, man.
Oh, no kidding.
Congrats.
Really?
First time in 42 matches that they were beat. Yep.
Really?
That's, yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't know. What's your guild's name? Give a shout out to
Yeah, I'm in Clones Unleashed. It's the
Okay.
undisputed #1 TW guild, at least for the moment.
Nice.
Well, I cheers my glass to that.
Cheers,
one.
indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
This is when you're supposed to break out like a wrestling belt and put it over your shoulder.
Yeah, like where's
Yeah,
the
right?
big- yeah.
Just like who? Who, Logan? Who else does that? Patrick Mahomes, maybe?
No, it's not next Tuesday. This is not our NFL podcast. Stop. We're not going there yet. We're not doing that. No, you're not getting me on that fucking train right now. No.
Plus, because we know it's going to be Aaron Rodgers anyway. So
Hey, I'm rooting for you.
Oh,
I'm rooting for Aaron.
Solo coming in with a hot take. I like that because
I can't hate. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I think the Jets. Oh my God, I'm not going to get off on a big football tangent. I'm saving that for Tuesday.
Have
I
Solo
do
come
think-
on our show.
I know. And just for all you folks that are listening, yes, Bob, myself, and Sternbach from Good Morning Korriban, we're going to be doing every Tuesday before all the games. We'll talk about fantasy, what's going on with the games, how teams are doing, and all the big news in the NFL. So we're going to be doing that every Tuesday. But, and I'll end it here, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets can make some noise in that division. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it alone.
Super Bowl or bust, baby.
That defense is stacked. That defense is rough.
Savitar 402, thank you for the follow, my friend.
Yes, thank you, sir. So we got some news. We got a kit. We got the unit that is supposed to give us some more clues on this new GL Leia and what the team could be. So, Bob, you said you were going to do it. So, man, read away. Let's make this quick, and then at the end of the kit, let's kind of go yay, nay, or
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so his name is Captain Drogan. He is a generic, as you can see, indoor soldier. He's light side, attacker, rebel fighter. And then his kit is, give me 2 seconds, throw the mumbo jumbo. Okay, basic, coordinated shot. And it has a Zeta. Deals special damage to target enemy. If the ally in the leader slot is a tank, this attack can't be evaded. If it's Drogan's turn, stun target enemy for 1 turn. If it's not Drogan's turn and the enemy is Empire, inflict offense down for 1 turn. What do you think, fellas?
So, hint, Leia's more than likely going to be a tank, and a stun on a basic is nice.
Yeah. Well, she is a tank. She just is a tank.
Did they confirm that she is actually a tank, or are we just speculating it?
No, she is a non-taunting tank. They did confirm that.
Okay.
Non-taunting. No shit.
Where did they confirm that at? I didn't see it.
In the Drogan release.
Okay.
It's in one of the facts.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
read that.
all right, all right. So yeah, well, shame on us. We didn't,
Yeah.
didn't read that part.
Artemis in the
Sorry,
chat
folks.
says Crumb also said she was a tank. So
Yeah.
okay, all right. So next up, Special 1 fire support. Got a cool looking little flamethrower deal going on. Dispel all buffs and deal special damage twice to target enemy. If they were already debuffed, deal special damage an additional time. Inflict burning on target enemy for 2 turns. If target enemy was already burning, inflict it on a random enemy that doesn't already have it. Thoughts?
Lots of burning.
Yeah,
Lots of burning.
I get concerned when somebody brings a flamethrower to do battle in a forest because I think the environment is just going to go to hell.
Yeah, it's not very environmentally sound. For
I mean,
sure.
There's a buff dispel in burning, and we also know what R2 does, so it's more burning. So there's definitely a trend going on here.
Does R2's chance of stun on basic go up if the enemy has burning?
His stun is based off potency, isn't it, Solo?
Yeah, it is a potency check, but
Yeah.
it deals more damage to burning targets. It's not the stun that has a better chance. It's just it deals more damage.
Okay.
He's not exactly
Okay.
one-shotting fools, but maybe he will. Maybe he will.
Yeah, this attack deals 30% more damage to burning targets, is what R2's basic reads.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
All right. Special 2 battle plan. Final text: dispel all debuffs on target other ally and allies with King Stratagem. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, if target other ally didn't already have Keen Stratagem, they gain it until the end of battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Call all allies with Keen Stratagem to assist. Drogan, target other ally, and allies with Keen Stratagem recover 20% protection. If target other ally is a rebel, they recover an additional 30% protection. And Keen Stratagem means 25% offense and potency. So that's pretty good.
Now, here's my question: the Keen Stratagem how is that applied to the rest of the team?
I mean, we might find out here. So
But is it?
To me, it sounds like it's like a Hermit Yoda Master's Training buff, but for the Rebel Squad, right? Like it'll be a buff that you cannot get rid of.
That's probably it. That makes sense, actually.
And then
that's easy to look at. Yeah, it's a locked buff. Oh,
yeah. It's till the end of battle. You cannot dispel it, and it stays.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a turn expiration. It stays on there.
Don't be surprised if this needs to be dealt on Conquest feat or something like that.
100%. It's going to be.
Sake, Bob,
100%.
Go there.
They said that the Leia team is going to be required for things going forward. So
I know.
I guarantee.
Well, you have at least 3 or 4 weeks until you have to worry about that because it won't happen until the next Conquest. So.
Right. And I won't have her anyway, so I'm sure you 3 will. So I can go live through you guys vicariously.
I do like this ability, though. There's a lot of protection recovery, so I feel like it's going to make the team pretty durable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Crumb said on the live stream that the team is basically going to be 3 tanks, R2, and this guy. So a bunch of 50% protection recovery on 3 tanks is going to be miserable.
That's an interesting combo for sure. Okay, so let's move on to the unique. Second in command, it has a Zeta and an Omicron. Drogan has 50% potency. Whenever his turn meter is reduced, he recovers 20% protection and gains 60% offense for 1 turn, limited once per turn. The first time each encounter, Drogan uses coordinated shot on his turn, it deals 75% more damage. At the start of battle... Oh, go ahead.
Basic ability.
Yeah.
Okay. At the start of battle, Drogan gains Keen Stratagem until the end of battle.
Stratagem, but you're good.
I like Stratagem. I think I'm going with that. So be ready. It's easier to say. Whenever an ally with Keen Stratagem uses an ability during their turn, Drogan assists, dealing 30% less damage once per turn. Whenever Drogan deals damage to an enemy, he and all allies with Keen Stratagem recover 5% protection. Stats gained from Keen Stratagem are doubled for Rebel allies. At the start of each encounter, if the ally in the leader slot is a Rebel tank, Drogan gains protection up 100% for 1 turn. While in Grand Arenas, which is a good thing, Drogan has 50% max health. At the start of battle, if the ally in the leader slot is a Rebel tank, Drogan is immune to ability block. At the start of each of his turns, he dispels all debuffs from another random ally and recovers 25% health and protection. At the start of battle, if the ally in the leader slot is a Rebel fighter support, whenever Drogan scores a critical hit, all Rebel allies gain 10% turn meter. And that is it for Drogan. So what's your thoughts, fellas, overall?
Welcome to the new Boosh. Welcome to the new Boosh. Yeah. He's the high priority target on this team. Well, other than obviously the GL. But actually, you know what? The thing I like the most, we can already tell he's clearly made for Leia.
Yeah.
But they dropped in the Rebel fighter support stuff so that if you don't have Leia yet, they actually put the forethought in to let you use him on a Mon Mothma or a Saw team. Like, I think that's fantastic kit design. But this kit, this character is going to be good. He's got the highest potency in the game. He's got the 4th highest tenacity in the game. He's got 50% health based on that Omicron. He's got special damage that I think he's a top 5 or top 7 special damage dealer. He's going to be filthy. He's going to be filthy.
And you have to have him at R7.
Right.
No matter what. So you know he's going to do some good damage.
Right. Well, he's going to be, the second I get him, he's going to be R8. None of this R7. None of this R7 garbage.
Yeah.
He's
R8.
Team,
Solo's right. With this team, this is the Boosh Leia. This is the tune that's going to pump out damage, but also just spread a lot of survivability. Yeah. That one unique with the extra potency. Can we just see him and R2 just stunning people left and right, and then don't reduce his turn meter. Don't do that. That's not going to end well.
Yeah, except for Leia reduces turn meter. That's one of the things Crumb told us on the stream is Leia reduces her own team's turn meter.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's because of this guy. It's because of this man right here. Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go back and watch that live stream. I didn't know there was so much going on.
Oh yeah, no, they had the designer that I can't remember the name of that designed the kit on that stream, and this guy is just going to be death and destruction. And I like how they put the protection up at the start so that you can't target him with like a CLS Han team because you're not going to get through the 100% protection up. It's kind of like they actually put a lot of thought into this kit. It's nice and scary at the exact same time.
And if the team layout's going to be like that, trying to get to him is going to be a nightmare because you've got to get him out.
Yeah.
I think the $1 million question is, did they play test it?
We know that answer.
And we know the $1 answer, yeah.
Oh, come on, my friend. Yeah, that's.
You're right though. They've been putting more love into kits. Like the Marin kit was kind of cool with her being slow and things. So they've been doing some cool stuff with kits. They're kind of refreshing the game a bit, kind of changing things up and doing some friendly stuff. So I got to give CG some credit. They've been doing pretty good lately. For sure.
It's finally not just this new character is faster than the last new character.
Yeah.
Haha. Though he is fast because he's also 182 on the base speed. So
wow,
he's going to be zooming it.
Base? Oh
yeah.
So he's gonna be a badass then.
Oh yeah,
he is. He's also got one of the highest special crit chance stats in the game.
That's very interesting.
They want him to kill things. The good thing is if you can find a way to control him, it sounds like you're probably going to control the team.
right? Because it's going to be a team full of tanks
Right. Yes.
and R2.
And R2. Well, speaking of that, what's the team going to be? Who are the? You got Leia, you've got Drogan, you've got R2. Who are the other two?
I'm hearing Kanan and Old Ben, I guess.
Oh, I'm struggling to put Kanan on this team. So they give us Phoenix with the Rex. So right now that's killing Jabba, and now you want me to kill that team before most people are even getting to use that. That would hurt.
Well, you could probably just put another rebel in there. I mean, it doesn't have to be another tank.
Right. Well, I guess the question is it like Ray, where you just get to use anyone Ray is light side, but you just get to use, I should say JML, where you just get to use anyone in the faction and they're going to coin hit for, 80K? Or is it more like Jabba, where it's like, all right, here's the team, you've got the team, go.
Right.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, it's just a strange combo of a squad, lore-wise. I know they don't stay strict to lore, but it's just really bizarre.
Someone in chat brings up Scarif Rebel Pathfinder.
I reread that kit after reading this, and no, that's not really bringing any benefit to the team. It doesn't really have any other bonuses that help out the team that he's with. But I did think of Stormtrooper Han.
God, I pray.
It's like, could Stormtrooper Han finally get a home?
Let's hope.
So. Yeah.
They gave him a home on Sana, and that team is just garbage.
I thought everyone loved that team.
I love to beat it. I love to see it when I open a back wall.
Because I wanted to get that team because that's where Stormtrooper Han went. I always wanted.
By the way, Bad Batch beats that.
Fuck Bad Batch.
You're
I'm not
still salty because
now.
you don't have Bad Batch yet. You're still salty.
I got kicked from a guild for 4 years because I didn't farm Geobrute Alpha. Guess where he's at? 5 stars still. I will die on the non-Bad Batch hill. Just because everyone tells me to. Not because they're bad. Just because
I mean, it would really help you in GAC.
I don't need it. I'm the king of Kyber 3. It's better to be a king of something than a peasant in Kyber 2.
Even if you just geared up Bad Batch Echo, it would probably still work for you.
I know. Yeah. I will eventually. I'm just being a dick.
Yeah. So Old Ben was mentioned. That could be an interesting fit.
I mean, Old Ben would be nice just because AoE ability block and the turn meter removal, and I mean, he doesn't have a home.
But see, I put him in my Star Killer, so I'd have to work on Juhani. But you guys are ballers, so I know how it goes. But for people like me, that means I have to go relic another random tune to fit in another place.
Yeah. Solo, I forgot to warn you that I get a lot of yacht jokes here. Like, your 11.5 mil account, you're sitting on the top deck of your yacht. Well, you know what, you guys? Solo's got a bigger account than I do.
True, and size matters. So I've been told.
You're like cruising in your yacht, feeling good, and like a Star Destroyer like shadows over you and like lands on top of you.
You guys are always welcome on my pontoon boat. So,
hey man, I'll take a day out on the lake on a pontoon boat any day. All right, so we've. Does anybody have anything else to really? Any thoughts about Leia or Drogan or anything else with this before we move on to Mr. Lobot?
This makes me want to see the Leia kit like really bad.
It does. It does.
How long before we see it?
That was going to be my next question. Beat me by 1 second.
Gotcha.
See the kit soon. Well, we have an update in 2 weeks.
That is true.
Is this the title update in 2 weeks?
No. It's just going to be a general update. So the data mine shows that they only uploaded 2 weeks worth of galactic challenges. So we're getting something in 2 weeks. And actually, we are 3 weeks away from the new Datacron set announcement, the new Conquest announcement.
Yep.
So it would make sense to pair them all in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to talk some Lobot?
Yeah, let's.
Thought you would never ask.
Yeah. So obviously a tune that we all have and has never really done anything, but
except for beat the meta.
But here we are. So Bob, if you got that pulled up, give that a read. And I think one of our viewer questions was, how have you now modded Lobot? So we might as well just tackle that after we read what the rework is.
Yeah, so this one's for Urs, like they said in the chat. Urzatron. Okay, so I'm not going to read what it was, but the new text for his basic is deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict defensive down for 2 turns. If they are target locked, Lobot gains foresight for 1 turn. If the ally in the leader slot is a light side droid, all light side droids allies gain defense up for 1 turn, and if the enemy already had defensive down, inflict them with target lock for 2 turns.
So he's going to be inflicting target lock if they already have defense down. And then you also have to consider you probably have T3M4 in that squad, maybe IG88.
What squad? Say that real quick so we know what you're talking about.
The sortie squad. Sorry, sortie.
Yeah, because a lot of people are talking about that in Discord.
Yeah, I think the idea here is that Lobot is going to fill R2's spot in that sortie squad.
Which is fine with me. That's what I predicted.
Yeah. So there's lots of target lock and defense down synergy going on here, which is pretty cool.
Well, not only that, but Sortie needed a refresher. There were so many counters for her that the team really wasn't doing anything.
I mean,
Bad Batch.
Yeah, Lobot's not going to stop Bad Batch. In case you were wondering.
No, probably not. No.
I hope he does. I hope he does. If he does, I'll take him to fucking R9, and before I'll do that to Bad Batch.
Oh, you need. They're so good.
All right, someone write this down.
Okay, yeah, and also write down when I predict things right, because I was like, oh, I predicted Lobot's going to go with 50 RT, and Avant goes, you did?
Look,
I said it like 3 times.
Bob, Bone Stradamus over here.
Yeah, Bob, a dead clock is right twice a day. Okay, let's.
60% of the time, I'm right all the time.
It works every time. Yeah. So what's next on the Lobot rework?
All right. So his special, dispel all debuffs from all allies. For each debuff dispelled this way, all allies recover 7% health. Lobot gains 8% turn meter for each active droid ally, and other droid allies gain half that amount.
This could actually help against Bad Batch.
Yep. See?
If he's not stunned, yeah.
That's true.
My tenacity will be 200.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not getting stunned, man. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. You're getting a cleanse and getting some turn meter. And some health.
Yeah.
Got anything else to say about that one?
No. Continue.
His leadership. Lobot Tech headgear. Previously called cloud computing. That's a huge change. Make sure you guys note that. Dispel all debuffs from all allies. For each debuff dispelled this way, all allies... Wait, is that the same one? That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same ability.
Why?
No change to it.
Hold on.
The only change was the name.
But it's the same text as the special. It's exactly the same. The one that we just read before this is dispel all debuffs from all allies. Each debuff dispelled this way, all allies recover 7% health. Lobot gets 8% turn meter. And if you see right here, it says the same thing.
Oh, you're right. It does. I didn't even read it because it said no change. So I never read it in the first place. I just skipped over it completely.
Okay, maybe it's the same. No, it's the same. The old and new final text is the same as the one before. All right.
Because he doesn't... His leadership is literally droid allies gain 10% potency and 25 speed.
Yeah, that's it.
And it hasn't changed, just the name.
The most archaic kit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, unique.
This is the new thing.
Lobot gains 5.5% speed and 5.5% tenacity for each active droid ally. Whenever a light side droid ally without foresight gains foresight, a random light side droid ally without foresight gains foresight for 1 turn. Limit once per turn. Whenever a light side droid ally has a debuff dispelled on them, they gain 5.5% crit damage and 5.5% potency stacking for each debuff dispelled for 2 turns. Whenever a light side droid ally with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter, Lobot gains speed up for 1 turn. Whenever Lobot uses a basic ability while he has speed up, he has 55% crit chance and removes 5.5% turn meter from the target enemy. What do you guys think?
It's a thing. No, I mean
It sounds like good turn meter manipulation. Like you could do some stuff.
He's going to take a lot of turns, which probably isn't a bad thing. But I mean, he's not setting the world on fire with that unique.
Only Drogan. Only Drogan.
Yeah. The only Drogan. I was going to say that really. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's nice. It's not earth shattering.
What's up with all the 5s? 5.5, 55. Is that a Easter egg or?
It is. Oh man, I forget what it is now. It's an Easter egg though.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, so the unique cloud computing. If the ally in the leader slot is a light side droid leader, Lobot gains the droid tag for the rest of the battle, and droid allies gain 10% potency and 25 speed. Whenever a light side droid ally is inflicted with a debuff, inflict target lock on the enemy that inflicted the debuff for 1 turn, which can't be resisted. Whenever another light side droid ally uses a basic ability against a target locked enemy, they deal 35% more damage and Lobot assists. While light side droid allies have foresight, they have 50% crit chance, and whenever they use a basic ability, inflict speed down on the target enemy for 1 turn. That's it. So what do y'all think?
You want to give the team foresight. They do way more damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so are you guys going to be using him with 50 RT? Do you think he'll be worth it?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you've already got Lobot Relic, just, put a few more Relic levels in him, remod him to some form of respectability, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't have. And then, give it a shot.
Do you not think there's another robot out there or droid that can fit in better than him?
No.
Yeah.
Vertigo B said in the chat that everyone forgets just how bad Lobot's stats are, though.
His stats are off. He is literally going to be here for his kit, and that's it. The kit it's actually pretty decent, but it's not going to be beating GLs or Malgus or Revan or
it's a nice addition, but it's not moving the needle anywhere.
I think he's there to support the sortie squad and boost their damage.
And
hopefully not die.
He's going to stop Wampa. He's going to stop a Wampa solo, so you'll at least have that. Because the one thing, it's, you're looking at the kit inside the kit where he's applying the unresistible target lock, and then T3 is going to apply the unresistible ability block because the target lock is out there.
Yeah.
So he's going to stop Wampa. So that's...
And you're going to get some cleansing with Lobot's kit, so hopefully getting rid of some of those dots.
Yeah. Right. I mean, they designed him to not be meta shattering, but to replace somebody on the team that's going to Leia. So I think that's what he does. It
was thoughtful of CG.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's good because a lot of people are going to rely on sortie squads, especially with smaller accounts, and so they're giving a forced farm that's going to fit into the squad. It's hard to argue with that.
And it is better than any other option.
Yes.
It
I mean,
really is. I mean,
what else are you gonna do? Put IPD in there, like, yeah.
I've actually done that because I didn't have a choice.
Well, right.
I'll throw this in there. This will work. And poor Lobot for the longest time, and everybody's roster just sat there like he was the last kid picked in kickball. It was terrible. So I mean, it's not horrible. It's not great. It's meh. It's there.
We'll use them. We'll use them. That's
and like you said earlier, you have to work on him anyways. I like when your requirements become useful somewhere. It's the ones that don't have any use at all anywhere in the game. If it just gives me somewhat of a use that I didn't have before, that's helpful. So, and I'm thankful that he's not in the Leia. I didn't want him to be in the Leia lineup. Some people thought. I just thought that. Although Kanan's not much better, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about Caden. I mean, CG recommending teams. It's like they said that Baby Cal isn't going to go well on a Ray team, and then immediately he's released and he goes on the Ray team. So,
and he's very annoying on that team.
Right.
So, before we move on to the next topic, I wanted to backtrack real quick because I didn't get a chance to ask. So, in terms of GL Leia, Solo, will you be getting her shortly after she's released? And how do you feel the expenses of having a GL where the requirements have not been that steep, the relic levels have not been horrible, but 4 marquees is asking a lot monetarily?
Yeah, she. So I'll get her. Well, it depends. It depends. I'm not wailing on Drogan. So it depends if she releases before he's even in shipments. If he's in shipments, I'll go after him. I'm not spending $300 on him. So I will get him, or I will get him shortly after he hits shipments, and then I'll get Leia. And yeah, this is the most expensive GL ever. Though I will say, with that said, the Nisa and Rex event, and then the double drops, I was able to get Nisa up to 6 stars. So when she actually goes farmable, hopefully sometime soon, she's going to be a hop, skip, and a jump free-to-play farmable up to 7 stars. And Rex, it's kind of same thing. And I didn't do a lot of refreshes on them, so that has alleviated a lot of my anger towards 4 marquees in this GL kit. But Scout and Drogan, I'm just praying one of them goes to a Cantina.
Yes.
For a decent farm.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with sacrificing a small amount of signal. Not a small amount, but a window of signal data to get somebody done a lot quicker.
Yeah. I wouldn't even be mad if both of them went to Cantina and I couldn't farm signal data just to finish it, because I hate farming character shards.
Oh my god, it takes forever.
It does. I don't know how I feel about that if 2 of them were there.
Two would take 6 weeks. That's a lot of signal data. But
it is.
I will say with Leia, so it's the most expensive GL right now to get first day. In 6 months, when people are catching up, she's going to be really damn easy to get because these relics aren't that bad, and it's just going to be another marquee to farm. It's so she's really going to hit the people that are spending to get her right away. But on the back end, she's going to be really easy to get, and it's not going to be like
for the raid.
Right. It's not going to be like Jedi Master Kenobi where you need Cat. It's not like Lord Vader where you need Maul and you're going to be stuck. You have to wait until you're 4 million GP and do that stupid proving grounds. This is it's kind of a friendly GL after the first 3 months, which is also very nice. I'm happy, and it's good for the new players coming into the game because there are still new players coming into this game. It's good because they're going to be able to farm her. She might not be the one that you want to rush right at the start, but they're going to be able to get her before 4 million GP.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%.
And that's huge, and that's huge incentive for new players too. That's huge incentive, absolutely.
I just think it's the marquees that are the only thing that are holding you back. So, and then especially when they're accelerated, there's nothing to really complain about.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, when they're accelerated, you should rush Leia because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, especially like from like Jabba on, I feel like the new age of GLs are a little more important than the old ones now. So if people are able to, they should definitely go for the new ones. Real quick, guys, we had a raid from Swampgrass 420. Thank you so much, brother. Love you, man.
Oh, Swampgrass. Appreciate it, man.
Hope all's well, bud.
Yep.
So we got everyone that's coming in with him. Hello, hello. Vertigo Beast, thank you for the follow. Brandon Zons, thank you for the follow. And Orange Wrangler, thank you for the follow too, my friend. Thank you all so much for coming tonight, and we really appreciate it.
I like that last name. What was it? Orange Wrangler?
I believe it's Original Wrangler or
Original
Wrangler.
But you said Orange Wrangler. I'm like, what?
Not Orange Wrangler. Orange Wrangler.
Wrangler.
We could have a fun segment where Bob tries to pronounce things.
And then you get Logan's version too. We'll both be off. So
little Kanan for you.
Yeah, I butchered. I never watched the show. I'm sorry. Guilty as charged. I just didn't do it.
Kanan Jarrus and Urza Bridger.
Yeah, I said that. I said that.
KB Driven, thank you for the follow, my friend. Do you want to go ahead and do the push the button talk while I do some Discord stuff?
Oh yeah, no. For all of you, yeah, you know the phrase. Subscribe, please. Hit the button. Hit the fucking button. It's right there. It's right next to you. Just hit it.
Hit the fucking button, people. Come on.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you that do, and all of you that listen to us. Thank you very much.
There's sorry.
I'm sorry. What was that? I missed that.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Original Wrangler. Thank you for the 5 community subs, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's definitely not Orange Wrangler. I saw it too. It was. Yeah.
OG Wrangler.
OG Wrangler. There it is. OG Wrangler. It's done. That's his name.
Ro Karen, what we were talking about is a few weeks ago. So old man has never watched Rebels, so he doesn't know how they're pronounced. So he was calling Ezra Urza Bridger. It was Urza and Kanan or something like that.
I've never watched a minute of Rebels in my life. I mean,
we let you do it for like 10 minutes while you read all of the kits and then corrected you at the end.
I know.
As you should have, right? Gotta let that go.
No, I'm in full agreement. I deserved that long moment of ridicule. I did. I deserved it.
Some of my favorite things in the community is the names they come up with the characters. Like,
well, I was rocking Black Kazakhstan for the longest time when Croissant came out.
No, it was Black Croissant.
That too.
Yeah, so. No one else said Kazakhstan but you. Everyone
Avant,
said Croissant.
Are you going for Leia? How long do you think that grind will take you?
Yeah, I'm slow. I'm gonna slow roll Leia. I have my Captain Rex at 6 stars, and then I have my Nisa at I think I have her like almost a 5 star. She's like a couple shards short. And then I like the way I do these characters farms are I do 25 and 50 crystal refreshes on them and just unlock them in like, I don't know what it is, 2.5 or 3 months based on your drops. So yeah. I will have Leia like 2 or 3 months after she drops, probably.
I'll get her when I get her. I'm finishing my. She's on the short list. I'm finishing R7 on my. I just got in Grand Inquisitor. I got to take 3 more to R7 for Reva shards. I'm finishing up Cal, which won't take long because they got to be gear 12, and then I'm working on Leia. But it'll be, it'll probably be 3 or 4 months before I get close to getting her.
So, Solo, at one point, my 2 lovely, wonderful, awesome, good friend co-hosts had me try to do a month of free-to-play, which was a interesting challenge. And gentlemen, tell Solo how, I don't remember the exact day, but I didn't make it.
I don't know. You went
I
for a
thought
while.
You made 21 or 22 days. I thought you said
21 or 22 days. Yeah.
I mean, I was impressed, to be honest. I wasn't taking it all that serious, and I was proud of you for taking it serious. So.
I tried. I'm not going to lie. So many packs came out, and I was just like, oh, God. damn it, I want that. And I just couldn't do it. And
I
then
was
finally,
more proud that you told us and didn't just like silently start spending money, and then we're like, wait a minute, how did you get the?
It was the second double drops hit because when I
Um,
told you guys I would do this, I had no idea. And you know what? Just my luck. I can't hit a scratch off for $1, but
Don't blame
I
CG.
told free to
Don't-
play for a month, and they want to do double drop nonsense. I
Always
like, what are the
blame
odds?
CG, even for personal problems you have at home. Blame
But-
CG.
I immediately told you, and then told the viewers I didn't make it the whole month. But
I mean, I'm proud of you,
yeah.
man. You didn't have to do it. You did it for our sake, for the love of the people in the show, and we can't thank you enough for it.
It was nightmarish.
And I love seeing you tortured, just in the middle of the sea with no gas in your yacht. It was a good time to watch.
So yeah, when double drops and nose drops hit, my Nisa and Scout Trooper are both 6 stars, and I actually, when Rex first came out, I wailed on him, and he's Relic 7. So, I don't know. I'm seriously debating if I actually just want to pull the trigger and just get Drogan outright and just have it done. I mean, it's an option. I've been considering it, but am I gonna really turn it on and go for her day one? Probably not. I'll probably do the last 2 regularly, but Drogan just looks kind of cool, and I might just pull the trigger. I don't know yet.
You could use your Drogan in your crappy Salgar team in the meantime.
I haven't even put him to relics yet because I don't want to.
He's in Gear 12 for me.
And I think that's probably where he might stay.
I don't know why a campaign hasn't been started to rework that guy. Like, if anyone deserves a rework more than anyone, it's him. How could...
I mean, he was a trash Star Wars character, so they're just leaving him trash.
I keep hearing people say that. Why do people hate him so much?
Because he's people. No. So people are literally. God, let me get my soapbox here.
No, please do. Please do.
He is literally a terrorist that kills innocent people just to make a point. Like, why are we celebrating the terrorist? Like, why? Why? Just because he hates the Empire, we have to like an asshole? Like, that's.
But so does Vader and a lot of other likable villains. So
yeah, and they're bad guys.
I guess
they're bad guys.
They make him like a good guy. I see that. Yeah.
To play counterpoint here, he was a terrorist from a certain point of view.
No. Anyone that kills innocent people on both sides, you're a terrorist. You're just a terrorist. Like the rebels thought he was a terrorist too. The only person that didn't think he was a terrorist was himself. And
I agree with you 100%. I'm just poking fun.
That is true. No one seemed to like him at all. So
no, nobody did. And CG didn't like him apparently either.
I do like Forrest Whitaker.
Oh yeah, he's a badass. I guess the look of him. I like that.
Cool. Oh yeah, Forrest Whitaker is on point.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like I would take like a lifter with the tube face.
Two tubes.
Two tubes. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Like that's literally his name. It's 2 tubes.
And also, just before I forget, this is a completely random thing I just wanted to mention on the show. Everyone's talking about lifters. Like I said, I know this is random. C lifters, slacker lifters. But Padme is the one that needs a lifter. Like, I wish they would lift up Padme because her teams are gone. And she has no...
Gitbe is like the most popular 3v3 non-GL team in the game right
now.
It's amazing.
But it wasn't meant for her. You know what I mean?
Her, Moff Gideon, and Moff Gideon. Yeah, that the team is interesting.
And someone made a good point, and he's a first-time chatter, so it's not like he knows our lingo around here. David III says Jar Jar as a lifter for Padme. Makes a lot of sense.
No, you know what? I'm not unleashing my verbal fury on a first-time chatter. I'm not doing it.
Let him know. Let him know how you feel about Jar Jar.
Let your hate flow.
I like Jar Jar better than Saw. How's that?
Logan despises him.
That's a tough call.
All right. Well, we'll move on from that. I don't want to get you too mad.
So we oh no. Never. Sometimes. So we also apparently CG has now decided. And I know we've talked about the Leviathan a lot, but again, it's being brought up. Apparently, it's not good enough. CG is that they've discovered something or seen something, and they're not happy, and there is now going to be a new fix. I'm just gonna start off the conversation with I think that is completely unnecessary. I don't know what they're talking about.
Is it Groundhog Day?
Yeah, it is.
We're talking about this again. How we should have a bet of how many more weeks will CG put out a post about how Leviathan is working, and how many more weeks are we going to talk about it?
I mean, since there's not much else to talk about, as you can see right this very second with this segment, let's keep it going for a few more weeks. We need to make content.
They do that post, and what more can they do to it? I mean, do they want an unbeatable fleet? I don't like. So I'd mentioned that we were going to bring this up, and you said this is going to be a lot of fun. So,
my God,
what do you got on this?
All the little babies out there that are like, it's so easy to beat this fleet. Literally, if you go back and you look at all the numbers, you look at all the stats, because that's what we do. We look at stats to see if you're like 3 times that you beat it was actually a relevant number. I literally pinned the list in the Gambit server of how many fleets can beat Executor, how many fleets can beat Profundity, and how many fleets can beat Leviathan. The answer is 2. 2 fleets can beat Leviathan. 1 for 85% of the time. 1 for 68% of the time. Those are the 2 fleets that can one-shot Leviathan. Now, people are like, oh, you can get a 77. Never mind the fact that Empire has a 91% win rate against Profundity and a stupid high win rate against Executor. But they're like, but it's so easy to beat this fleet. So what CG is going to do, because they already tried to fix it once and people weren't happy, CG is going to go full Supreme Leader Kylo on it. And they are going to take a 5-cent problem and give a $5 fix. And I cannot wait for the day that everybody has an R9 Sith Assassin. I just can't wait for it. Everybody that cried that it's so easy to beat, they're now going to have to put R9 on Sith Assassin. And I have it saved. I have it ready. And I'm going to place it in a second. And everybody that's going to have an R9 Sith Assassin before they have an R9 Jabba or an R9 Lord Vader, it's because of what you begged for. I've been fighting with people on Discord with this forever. And the worst part about it is, and this is the part that people don't look at the big picture. You look at the number 77, you forget that both sides can get the 77. It basically washes out. Just take Leviathan on offense, hit auto, and you'll get a 75 on offense. What they're not thinking about is they're going to buff this team, which means everything you know about it in your arena climb is going to change. Everything, it's not going to be the same. No. And so what's really going to happen is your arena climb is going to become RNG against every other Leviathan, because it's already sort of RNG. How many debuffs did you just place, etc. And the coin flip on Sith Assassin. You're going to go from getting 400 crystals a day in your fleet arena to 350 crystals, because you're going to need to refresh to do extra battles because of a stupid RNG loss. It's literally going to cost people a vault over the course of the year because they couldn't handle both people getting a 77 in GAC. Like that's what we're arguing over. The community is collectively saying, I want to do a refresh in fleet arena because of RNG. Bravo, guys! Like my fleet arena is it's the quietest fleet arena ever. Like everybody's retired out of it because it's basically a day one fleet arena. So I don't drop out of the top 10 anyway. So I'm going to have ease. My alt, the people in my alt are going to spend so many crystals on just trying to get their 400 crystals per day. I cannot wait because this is what we asked for at this point. Nobody's happy.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. didn't even think of that.
And that's where I don't understand. I mean, if that's where it's coming from, that's unfortunate. But this is so unnecessary. It's just leave it alone. Like the fleet arena climb is I mean, what could they possibly do? Like profundity doesn't get critical. Like the fleet is now it can't receive critical hits. Like
Well, and that just kills the counter completely.
Yeah,
like
that would kill it.
Every suggestion I've seen actually just kills the counter. And so you're going to be climbing with like a 68% chance with your Chimera. The best option I've seen is to increase the damage on TIE Dagger and not the crit chance, or even reduce the crit chance to make it RNG on does your Y-Wing die. And if your Y-Wing dies, you lose. If your Y-Wing stays alive, congrats, you won. It's still going to be for 77 banners because there's literally nothing they can do to stop the 77 banners. It's how the goddamn kit is made. People just don't want to recognize that. But that's the only thing I can imagine that they can do without just completely changing the kit. Just increase Dagger's damage that much more, and there we go.
Maybe CG learned from the Slicker experiment, and they'll just let it be.
I have absolutely zero faith in it because, like you said, every damn person is complaining about the stupid 77. Like, and you know what the worst part about it is? They came out. It's all because of one sentence. One, like, it's going to become the king of fleet. 3 damn words, and people are like, it can't be the king of fleet if profundity beats it for 77. That's not how fleet works. It's just clearly not the king. Never mind the fact that Leviathan, you go into battle and you hit auto and you turn up like 2 minutes later and you've won the fight against profundity and executor and every other fleet in the game.
Yep, you do.
And they're just they're going to ruin Fleet Arena, and it's because we asked for it. Because we as a community asked for it.
I was laughing at chat because Original Wrangler said that Bones turned into a pillow because he stepped away and it's just his chair on screen.
Oh my goodness, poor Bob.
Yeah, but I agree. I think you have like less than 1% of people here complaining about something so minuscule and stupid that they might consider changing the fleet when it's fine. I feel like, I hate this phrase, working as intended, but I feel like the power level of the Leviathan is fine. It's a great offensive ship, and it's okay on defense unless you take the right squad against it. So, I don't know, let it be.
Right. It literally took the previous best defensive fleet in the game, and it makes you take that off defense. It's the definition of meta defining, and it completely changes the meta.
Right. The era of power creep in Galaxy of Heroes is like 3.5 years ago, where every new squad is unbeatable by the previous meta squad. Right. And like it's more about depth in how you use your different squads in your roster to play against different squads. So like the Leviathan doesn't have to be unbeatable. So those people can just go sit down and shut the hell up.
Well,
sit down and spin.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I don't understand is I went into this going after Leviathan expecting profundity to beat it.
But something had.
I don't understand why that is becoming such a hard concept for some people.
Something has to beat it because I don't want to rely on coin flip mirror matches.
No.
Right.
Definitely no.
Right. The same people, and it's the same people that complained about Executor blocking their climb are the people that are now complaining that Leviathan's beat too easy, because it's like kind of like, well, I had to suffer through this, so other people have to suffer through it with this new one. Meanwhile, it's CG learned, and it's like, oh, we pissed off a lot of people. we lost money by pissing off a lot of people. How about we make it so that they can still climb? And their profits in the past year have actually gone up since the days of unbeatable teams. Weird how that works, because people enjoy playing the game when they can actually beat things. It's just, it's so frustrating. And now it's becoming a spite thing for people. And I'm just gonna, plop my little lawn chair down and watch the fireworks from my quiet shard and enjoy every person, because they're gonna flood the Discord server saying, I couldn't get first today because the mirror match went to crap.
And you'll have old man across the street on his porch with his cane yelling at you.
That is a possibility.
He does not look amused right now.
No, because unfortunately my ship shard is incredibly active, and I have a Discord for it, and I have a very specific time that I share with another player. He gets first, I get first, he gets first, and it's. I will say, since Leviathan has come in, there's been a lot more outside intervention of people climbing into the top 50 of our shard, but I went into this expecting the Profundity to beat it. I had no doubts in my mind. Yes, is this ship going to be awesome? Is it going to annihilate Profundity? Absolutely. Hit auto, go grab a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and enjoy the win. Other than that, it can be had. It can be beat by Profundity, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm just happy that my fleet shard, so like my fleet shard is kind of like solos, where it's like I'll drop to like 10, and if I drop to 15, I'm pissed because I have to do more battles because my 7-star Levy dropped that far. But like that's how inactive my shard is. But in the last like 3 months, there have been more and more people creeping up with executors that I'd never heard of. And they're like, they're attacking at all hours of the day. They're attacking me when I'm doing my fleet climbs. And I'm like, oh my God, stop.
Sounds like a Shard Mafia member, if I've ever heard one. Stop attacking me.
When you have a quiet shard, when you have a quiet shard, you don't need a Shard Mafia. It's fantastic.
So here's why it triggers me, Bones, because the person who is attacking me, their payout was like 12 hours ago, and I'm trying to do my 2-hour fleet climb, and I'm like,
that sucks too.
Why are you attacking me? And then he like goes off and bitches at me, but like that's the kind of thing that makes me want to like log in on my lunch break and just fucking snipe this guy when he's trying to climb, because it's like I'm just trying to do my fleet battles in the 2 hours before my payout, get my crystals, and be done. Yeah, and you have some a-hole who's like trying to beat me during those 2 hours when his climb was 12 hours ago. And I just like I know that asshole with his finally 7-star executor fleet will not be bothering me anymore. And I know I sound so pretentious saying that right now, and I do
I'm
not
just giving
care.
you shit, man. But is it sad that when I get new players into my streams, that I push them towards pissing off Shard Mafias? Like I get them instantly going towards executors so that they can just sit up number one and piss off.
People
everybody.
love to hate Shard Mafias, but it's not a mafia. It's a co-op. Like you're cooperating to get first and not bother people as they're trying to climb to the top. And then when you come in and you ruffle feathers and try to puff your chest out, you're going to piss off 15 or 20 people who are however many are in the Shard chat, and then they're going to bullseye you. And it's up to you if you want to be part of the club or if you want to stick your neck out and get your head cut off.
But then I'm going to move my head out of the way at the last second, punch you in the face, and take one.
Yeah, I can't.
You're not. So I've had these little jerks come in and they try and climb on you at all hours of the day. So I have the bot that tells me when I drop. So the second they hit me, I'm already in the game hitting them back, and I will drop 500 crystals to piss them off in every single day. just until they learn don't hit me after your payout. If they're climbing for their payout, I don't care because they're climbing for their payout. That's fair game.
Right.
If you're hitting me after your payout's done, I am hitting you every single time I see you. I will jump one spot just to knock you back one spot.
I've done that.
Yep. Every single time. And it's not a part of Mafia. I don't ask anyone else to do it. I am just watching you climb. And I will hit you until you treat me with respect. And if you treat everyone else with respect and climb before your payout and then don't climb after your payout, then I won't spend crystals to knock you back.
Yeah, once your payout's done, man, put your phone down. Go to bed.
Fleet Arena is not even fun. Why are you climbing in Fleet Arena? It's like the most tedious thing in the game.
Oh God, I hate doing it.
I have a question about Shard Mafia.
Go ahead, Bob. What do you got?
I've never been part of one because they were assholes to me because I didn't understand how it worked in the old days. So
you're the asshole.
Because you are that guy that we had on curb stop when you hit us. After your payout was 6 hours ago.
Yeah. You're probably right. But so let's say there's 3 people with the same hour that you pay out. How do you guys handle that?
All 4 of my shards, if there are people with the same payout, we just rotate. Yep. You go 1, 2, 3. The next day it's 2, 3, 1, and
gotcha. Okay.
You go down that way.
I've always wondered how that worked.
Oh no, that's why. Yeah, you do. You coordinate who gets. Everybody gets a piece of first place.
Mm-hmm. Or you can switch your payout time to an hour when someone doesn't have first, and then you can take first and not rotate.
Yeah, I 100% did that on both of my accounts.
Yeah.
Or you could have, like me, 1 of 2 Leviathans in your shard and just sit at number 2 and not ever move. That's nice.
And then there's that.
I did that when I only had Profundity because my fleet shard's fantastic. I was looking today, talking about it with somebody, and I have guys on 18 and 19 that haven't played in about 3 months, and they still haven't dropped. We still have negotiators, and we have half of my shard are still negotiators. It's amazing. I love it.
That is amazing.
I hate that ship, man. Anyone who watches my streams, that's the worst ship to go up against on defense. The AI is just broken or something with that ship.
That's ship karma for you ruining Shard Mafias for so long.
You deserve that.
And that was back when Negotiator was meta as well, so it's always going to be there to haunt me.
I wake up and every day I'm in between 15 and 20. Like I got to pay attention, because then you've got outsiders that'll, one day I woke up, I was 17. I'm like, all right, this isn't horrible. I'll go to work. I'll look at it again at lunch. I look at lunch. I'm like 34. I'm like, whoa, what in the blue Jesus is going on here?
That is why I have Quigbot. And every time I get hit, well, Quig just gives me a DM saying, hey, go hit this person. I gladly will.
How do you get that?
It's Quigbot.
I never heard of it.
Oh man. So Quig is actually a guildmate of mine, and not only is it a bot that tracks your arena, which is nice, but he has a website. I think it's just quigbot.com. And that is fantastic. It's basically like if you merged .gg with Hot Utils. It doesn't push the mods in game or anything, but like it collects your GAC history. It has a GAC planner where you can put in the teams and plan who you want to use, and then it lets you name datacrons and assign them to teams like on there. It doesn't push it into game, but it lets you actually plan it all out. I can get the link easy. I'll get the Discord link to a server.
I'm pretty sure we used that in my arena shard when arena crystals were a thing.
Well, so no, a lot of those bots died when Discord made the new bot rules.
Okay, so, we had some bot that would ping you every time you dropped, and it would also ping you if you attacked someone in, like, if you were doing your climb and you attacked a non-shard member instead of a shard member. Like we had our arena shard down to a science where it was very easy to climb and keep the non-members out. That's going to be an unpopular opinion, but
my quote unquote mafia. If we would reach out. If somebody came into the top 20, we'd reach out to them and say, hey, are you going to be going for first? If they said yes, and they said, yeah, we'll follow the rules. And there was like 3 rules. And the first one was don't be a dick. Don't hit somebody before their payout, we would invite them in, and we'd let you stay in as long as you don't hit people before their payout.
We also did the same.
Yeah. The second you don't follow the rules, you're getting locked out. That's what it is. And there was a lot of people that were like, nah, we're just going to hit you before your payout. We don't care. It's like, don't be a dick, dude. Like nobody plays this game for arena. Stop being the arena hero and just let everyone collect crystals.
Exactly.
I have been a little more lax now that I started getting the 400 payout, so I kind of understand why people are so mad. But for the longest time, I was like top 20 or something. So once I started getting the number 1 payout, I kind of became more sympathetic for the Shard Mafia.
I just don't want to be bothered to have to do 8 battles. Like, let me do my 3 battles and then I'll bow out, because I know that you know how to beat me. I know how to beat you. It's not like a dick measuring contest. Like, let me beat your squad. I'll get my 400 crystals, and then you can knock me back when my payout is done. And then let's leave it at that.
I so wish I could snipe you, man, right now.
I am much like Solo. I would enjoy spending so many crystals just to knock you back to teach you a lesson.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that I've set an alarm to hit some of the people that have a payout when I'm sleeping, but they missed their payout a couple times for weird reasons. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I was asleep, I swear.
I wasn't even alive then.
It was your subconscious for sure.
It was. I was sleepwalking or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what else? Another population that you see pop in your shard every now and again is you get a player that got a new shiny, and they make a little bit of noise, and then they think to themselves, oh, this shit's time consuming to get crystals. I really don't care that much. They kind of just fade into obscurity.
Oh god, there was this. I can do shard horror stories after playing this game for almost 8 years. There was this one guy on my alt shard, and my alt has a payout an hour before my main, and this guy had a payout. He was the hour after me. So the rule, the simple rule is don't hit me on your climb because I'm before you. And I won't hit you on my climb because that would be a dick move too. This guy's like, man, I just use arena for testing. I don't care about crystals.
Christ, I've heard that.
And he lasted for 2 months. I did what I do, and I hit him every time I saw him. And he's like, why are you hitting me every time? I was like, sorry, I'm testing. Your team is so good, I need to test against it. And then it lasted for 2 months, and then he fell back down to 30 and never climbed up again.
You ruined that guy's entire Swugga career.
That's my goal, man.
Yeah.
If you cost me, I don't even care about crystals. If you cost me time, I am going to focus on you. Like, because I don't want to be playing arena. Like, I just don't want to be playing arena. It's a bad game mode. It's the same team every single time, 5 fights a day. Like, who the hell cares? Like, just let me do my 2 or 3 battles, and then I don't care what you do to my account afterwards. Like, just call yourself the big man, record it, put it on YouTube, buy a TV ad slot, and show everyone beating my account. Like, I don't care. Just let me get my crystals and go back to work because it's in the middle of my work day.
So here's the last question on this very nostalgic topic. Has anyone received a nasty Discord message from somebody you hit or hit you, and it was one of those messages that you read and just thought to yourself, dude, this is a game.
Oh god, yeah.
You are really up. Like, you're very angry right now.
Yep.
That's why I don't like the Mafias, because they talk to me bad.
No, it's the people not in the Mafia sending those messages.
I may or may not have been the person that sent the angry message, but to be fair, the angry message was after I opened the line of communication asking when their payout is and asking why they're climbing 12 hours after their payout hour.
Yeah.
I will start civil, and if you're going to be a thorn, I will fucking burn you down.
What do you do?
So there was a guy in my shard whose payout was 3 hours before mine, and he had a history of hitting people if he couldn't get a hold of them on Discord. He was like, "Hey, will you move so I can get through so I don't hit you because I know your payout." Well, he had a history of hitting people anyway, and he'd hit me a couple times, and finally it was one of those days where I'd gotten knocked back by an outsider and then got back into my position, and then this fucking guy hits me. And I did. I went on Discord, I messaged him, I said, "You know what? No, this time I'm giving you a receipt. You're getting a receipt." And I hit him back, and lo and behold, no shit, 5 minutes later, I get this long dissertation of, "Dude, what the hell? Who do you think you are?" And it wasn't like sent to me. It was actually in like the Shard Discord. I was just like, "Wow, you're really upset that you're just bringing this into the general public." Okay. And it was just, who the hell do you think you are? If I ever met you, I'd kick your ass. And I'm just going,
"Oh, that's my favorite one. I've gotten that a couple times. Like, let's meet in person. I'll beat you up because you hit me in Fleet Arena." Like, get over yourself, man.
So it did. It devolved into that, and I pretty much just was like, well, so we have an anti-bullying clause in this shard, right? And according to the Discord rules, and everybody went, yep. And then he got booted, and then I privately messaged him and said, "Good luck, Chief." So that was
I think
that's my.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah. That's the only time in all the years I played this game that something like that happened, where a guy actually wrote to me, "I know jujitsu and I'd put you to sleep." And I'm just thinking, okay, all right, man. I mean, if you're going to sleep better tonight, cheers to you. I mean, that's outstanding.
I still beat your ass in the game. That's all that really matters.
Anywho, let's hit up a little bit of GAC and how everybody's been doing. We've just started the last set of 3v3. We just ended our last match today. How is everybody doing? What have there been any surprises in some of the things that you've seen in 3v3 with this latest Datacron set? And what do you think potentially could be going into 5v5 moving forward? So whoever wants to kick that one off.
That's all you guys. I'll listen.
I won my battle today. I am 4-3 so far in this round of 3v3. I think that 3v3 is hit or miss for your opponents. Just like sometimes I'll have a good like offensive round and my opponent will attack once and then not attack again. I feel like in 3v3 I have more no-show attackers, or well, not no-show, like they attack once, get their crystals, and then call it a day. Like they don't actually like try to full clear or try to be competitive. So I am looking forward to 5v5 though, because I want to play with Malicos. I know that's gonna be like not. I think we'll miss 1 week, right?
Yeah,
and then he'll be active for the second week, but I feel like that will be a lot of fun.
Same. I can't wait either.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the team that the team that I'm going to put him on, but I don't think I'm going the Lord Vader route. I know that's been talked about. Other people have talked about it. I feel like with his kit, I know we talked about this last week. I just feel like with his kit, he's on Lord Vader with Maul would be nice, but I just feel like there's going to be some things in his kit that are going to be lost.
You'll miss too much of his kit, and he needs to be with an UFU squad. You'll miss too much.
He is going to be married to Maul. It's just a question of, is Maul married to Seer or to Lord Vader? And I will be marrying Lord Vader to offense, to solo, or to man a bunch of crap, and putting Maul with Seer.
Now, what is it? I actually heard you and Zareth talk about that, and I kept thinking about it. What is it about Maul and Malika? What's going to make that combo so deadly?
Oh,
An assist on every single one of Maul's big shots.
exactly. So when Maul gets
I didn't
5,
think of that. Oh, shit.
when Maul has
That's
5 stacks, each time he does his little push, Malikos assists. So you get 6 attacks from Maul, 6 attacks from Malikos, and each attack Malikos gets, he's getting more of his little debuff thing.
Yep.
He is just going to be a monster.
Oh my God. I'm so ashamed of myself that I didn't put 2 and 2 together and get 4 when I heard it on the Gambit. I'm like, what are they? Why more? And I'm right. You know, I'm on the road for work and I'm listening to them like, what the fuck are they talking about? Yep, there it is.
That is why. And yeah, if Malikos is taking a turn, he's going to have Riposte, Repo as well. And
go ahead, Bones. How do you say it?
Which name? I'm sorry.
Riposte.
Oh yeah, Riposte. Yep. What was the stratagem and Riposte?
Stratagem. Yeah, that's it's Riposte is a great stratagem.
Is it my turn?
Sure.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, go ahead.
I went 3-0 last week, and then I lost today. I went to Kyber 2. Today was my first match in Kyber 2, and I lost. So I'm back to Kyber 3 again. And I kind of rage quit in a way. Not really. I had to go, but it looked like a rage quit, and I was ready to quit anyways because I was so pissed. So semi-rage quit today.
I did that on my alt. So here's the problem with, I let other people take care of my alt for a year. Because somebody lost his account, and so I kind of was like, here, I don't want to do Conquest every time. Take care of this. But so my account got logged into as I was doing a fight. I was so pissed. I had just finished Gidmay against the Treya team, and then so I lost the fight, and I was like, God damn it, screw this, I'm not doing it. And then like in the last 20 minutes, I was like, oh, my guy didn't full clear. I could have won this. Damn it.
Yeah, I've had about 10 fights like that where I should have quit and you could have won.
Yep.
No, my opponent full cleared me and embarrassed me. So there was no.
Good news is if you win tomorrow, you can be back. You can say, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah. I think I might be possibly coming back.
There you go.
Just like John Wick, baby.
There you go. Thank you for saying the quote correctly for me.
You're welcome.
So, Solo, how did you do?
I think I lost last night. Well, I rage quit on the alt, so I definitely lost on that. Yeah, no, I lost. I lost to Pariah. I think so. When you're playing in the top 200, you fight a lot of the same people, and I think we're now 500 against each other. I've beat him a few times. He's beat me a few times. I just happened to be on the losing side last night, which I'm fine with because I was in danger of climbing into the top 50, and we're staying away from that noise. Yeah, no, but I want to coast the rest of today and then, or this week, and then 5v5, man. I have so many fun plans for 5v5, like setting 6 GLs on defense, fun, because there's going to be so many off-meta counters. I can't wait. Cat's not going to be with JMK. Our pets' heads are falling off.
So much offense, and there's just so much offense in this set.
Yeah. I'm going to have a lot of fun in 5v5. Yeah.
I understand why people are somewhat disengaged with 3v3 because it literally makes me want to drink while I play it because it's frustrating. Like, like sometimes you go in and the battle goes fine, and then like for example, Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin, Cam. I will go into that battle and I will either beat it fine and get like full banners, or Anakin will just rip one off and kill 2 of the 3 characters, and I'm like, oh my god, how is this Anakin so much more OP than the last one that I faced? Like, the mechanics of 3v3 are just so unpredictable to me that it's I mean, it is interesting because it's different, but it can be very frustrating at times.
My biggest problem with 3v3 is just if you have to clean up a GL, like, screw you. That's what it comes down to. Like 5v5, you know, if you leave alone Jabba, you leave alone Lord Vader. It's like, oh, this is easy. Where's Mon Mothma? Where's, you know, troopers with Iden? Like, it sucks that you have to clean it up, but you're gonna get through it. In 3v3, right. Sometimes like you're just gonna time out on Jabba, and it's just like, no, sorry, you're not cleaning me up today. Where's that other GL? That'll clean me up.
Yeah,
damn it.
Pretty much.
My thing is I clean up GLs perfectly. It's all the other teams that I have problems with. I don't know why that is, but maybe I just need more counters. Bad batch. I know.
Yeah, bad batch. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a GAC whiz, but I don't know what it is, but I always do better in 3v3 than 5v5. I don't get it. Like last 5v5, I was 5-4. And now in 3v3, I'm 6-1. I don't get it. I prefer 5v5. I find 3v3 to be stressful, but I don't know. This go
around.
But
you'll take the extra 2 wins and the 800 or 900 crystals, depending on your GAC bracket.
Mm.
I think people in 3v3 sometimes disengage a little bit, and so your play is the same, and you get a couple people who just like bow out, and so you get a couple extra wins. That's at least what I see.
One of those was today. Like, he set a defense that I literally had to slog through, and just looking at what he placed, I'm like, there's no way this guy is going to even clear me. I mean, it was obscene how much he put on defense. But I will say the one thing I've learned in GAC so far is that I'm actually pretty glad that I invested in Old Man Rex, the Relic 7, with that Omicron, because in 3v3, I've been looking at what people are beating it with, and they're having to spend some money.
Qui-Gon's the easy answer.
I'm seeing Star Killer. I've seen Reva. I've seen SCE. Like they're having to actually use something to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, Qui-Gon is my just counter for Rex. I just leave him for the back, and if Rex isn't back there, great. If Rex is back there, there's Qui-Gon.
I have heard that Qui-Gon is demolishing the Rex.
It's stupid easy, which I'm okay with. You know, Omicron to be Omicron, that's fine with me.
So you use Qui-Gon, Anakin, and Cam?
Yeah.
Nice.
And, you know, Cam goes, armor shreds the 5s, and then if 5s isn't taunting yet, which probably isn't, Cam can usually just one-shot Old Man Rex, and then it just becomes a Rex 5s fight, and it's, you know, that's easy.
It's over at that point.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think next 3v3 we're going to see Old Man Rex on offense. He can't, because think of everything that doesn't counter him on defense, and that's what he counters on offense.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you think for Old Man Rex for 5v5? I mean, obviously it's going to be Phoenix, but who are going to be the odd players out?
Ezra and Zeb don't have a home, and that's not even a thing. That team beats Lord Vader. That team beats Jabba. Like that team.
Really? In 5v5?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to need the Old Man Rex Datacron with a Phoenix boost. But, yeah. In 5v5, that Rex team is killing GLs.
Are we going to get a message about how CG is investigating the performance of Old Man Rex and Phoenix against Java?
No,
Well,
because if there's a if
Are
there's,
they getting to 77?
yeah. If there's a reaction we don't like, it's only for 4 months. It'll go away.
That's what they
That was
pretty much
it.
came out and said, that if there's a bug that includes datacrons, you pretty much have to live with it until it's gone.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Afra beat Java. Afra can still beat Java, but you have to have like a very well modded and high relic Afra. So, whereas before it was just like, yep, Afra, Datacron, done.
You go into the game, you hit play, and Afra's already won.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally, yeah.
Because she's literally just taking bonus turns over and over and over again. It was ridiculous.
That was
God, that was like Dashcron, the worst thing on the face of the planet. You mix Dashcron with Dodge, and you're just like,
yep.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, thank God those sets are gone. The Dodge stuff was that was really toxic for me for like 4 months. I hated that.
I honestly don't think they're going to bring that back. I really don't. I think I would hope that the complaints were loud and clear enough of, please don't do that.
Yeah, I mean they kind of don't care about the complaints, right? They look at the stats. Did participation drop off during that time period? And if you look, because you can look on .gg, the active battles that happened. And it's not a pure statistic for us. Like, we're not seeing the statistics they are, but the battles during DodgeCron dropped, like the total number of battles done in each GAC season that DodgeCron was available. It was like first season was kind of like normal, then second season dropped, then the third season dropped, and then DodgeCron went away, and it's like, oh look, there's a little bump back up to more people playing. And so CG, I guarantee you they saw that and they were like, huh, maybe we should pay attention to this stat.
I hope they release a Datacron set on April 1st that has Dodge in it.
Oh, Jesus.
Now that I would support. That.
Yeah, I would support that too.
Trolling the community a little bit.
It'd be in the game, so it'd still be real. It wouldn't be April Fools.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be real. It would be like a fake post. And then they would be like, haha, just kidding. We're not going to do Dodge again, like, ever.
Okay, they're doing good. Do you want us to hate them again?
No, but it would be a really funny troll. Like, I enjoy a good April Fool's troll from any company.
Who hates Shard Mafias, but he's the one that bullies up on people in a mafia and then wants to see people suffer.
Hey, look, he's not laying endless red 5 hints. All right, come on. He's not trolling that hard.
Look, an April Fool's troll won't cost me my own time that I will never get back doing fleet climbs. So I'm going to put the seal on that discussion.
So, Bob, with GAC, especially where you're at, have you seen an increase in activity and concerning Datacrons? Because, I mean, again, not I'm on the top deck of my fucking yacht, but obviously where Solo and I are, I don't know. Solo, have you seen any difference? I haven't. I mean, people have shitloads of them.
I have a lot more. Does that count?
Yeah,
because usually by the end of the second conquest, I have 16 level 9s, and I currently have 20 level 9s after the first conquest.
I have 14.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so damn easy to get them now. Like, you get 5 million. If you hit every store refresh, you would get 5 million cash per day. So every other day, you're pumping out a level 9. And you're just like, all right, this is fun. I never have to hit. My biggest problem this season was I didn't hit the Sector 1 node enough to get enough Datacrons, and at the end I was like, oh crap, I have to sim like 20 battles on this to get more Datacrons. When last Datacron set, or the past like 5 sets, I've been selling them out of my inbox.
Yeah.
It's like twice a week I have to take 15 minutes selling all the Datacrons because I'm hitting Sector 1 so much. CG solved the problem by just making me not want to ever hit Sector 1.
I was selling Datacrons from this set. If one of my first rolls was accuracy, I'm like, yep, you're going bye-bye.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like people are using them more, but I mean, I still see opponents that don't use them at all. So, I don't know.
Really, what's your GP, and you're still seeing players not using them? You're 8 million.
I'm at 8.5. I'm the king of Kyber 3. I'm at the top all the time. I'm just sitting there. I never go down or up. I just stay there. I stay the king. Sometimes I'm the jester of Kyber 2, but
Jester.
I'm standing at the front of the dock of Kyber 3 looking out at you whales out in the ocean have fun. Which I wouldn't call it fun. I see a lot of you guys eating each other and, biting each other. But
you're not seeing a huge increase in Datacron usage?
I mean, probably. I'm not seeing a huge increase because I still see people who don't use it. So there's still people that despise them. Like, they don't care how available they are. Some people are not going to use them. Nev, he still plays, but he does not use Datacrons. And there's people like that,
we won't get started on that. I mean, that's like the people that 3 years later are like, GL's ruined this game, and they're still playing the game. It's, come on, man. Come on. The game evolved. Get with us.
Right.
You don't have to like everything about Datacrons, but...
I really thought that them going to 135 was really going to kind of revamp interest and get people to go, okay, this is now more attainable. I can get, a big bonus for a tune or a team, and it's not going to be as expensive as it was.
I think it was a very player-friendly move.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, the biggest player-friendly move was the refreshing of the store, so you can get all the resources, and you didn't have to drop, so much time in Conquest.
That's true. Data cache has been a pleasant surprise.
Or you have access to the rerolls so that you can actually, because one of the big complaints was, oh man, I spent all my time, I spent all my resources, I rolled up this Phoenix, I got the Rex level 9, I'm so happy, I can't get the level 6 that I want. And it was impossible to get the reroll materials without crystals. Like, you could hit the Sector 5 node, but you're getting 3 reroll materials every time you hit Sector 5.
Yeah.
And with the reroll materials in the cache store, people are like, oh yeah, I just spent 80. I don't care. I'll get that back tomorrow. It makes it a lot more approachable for people that can get the one that they want. It's still annoying. You still have to do a million rerolls sometimes, but it's a lot easier to do a million rerolls, and you're not spending $100 on crystals buying 10 of those reroll packs, which I think that's probably the most player-friendly part of it. Of they made it easier. If you can only use 3 or 4 of these Datacrons, you can focus on 3 level 9s and actually get what you want.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I definitely have more of them in higher levels this go around than I have before.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. With each set, you want to continue to invest, because if you invest in a lot of them, that's I mean, granted, when they're whatever it's called, they're dusted, you get a return for it. But the more you have, the more of a return you're going to get, and the better place you can be to knock out 4 or 5 level 9s out of when the next set hits.
Oh, and that's the biggest thing. The first 2 sets I didn't get 16 level 9s, but they dusted into the next set, which let me invest in it.
Yep.
And every season I can kind of increase how many I can get because of the investment from the last season. And that's the biggest thing. I've seen so many people be like, oh, I'm going to take this Datacron set off. And it's like, don't take it off. I get that you don't need to re-roll everything. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. I don't care. Just if you have 30 million cash and you have everything that dusted from the last set, at least use that. If you don't care what you get on the 3, 6, or 9, just pump those numbers up so when it dusts, you're not kind of screwing yourself and starting over from scratch.
Roll it over.
Right. Because if you're not going to use it, that's fine. Just roll up random level 9s. Who the hell cares what it rolls to? And it takes you 3 minutes.
No, I mean, I used to be one of those haters. I mean, I despised him. But once again, like I've been saying, CG is being friendly in many aspects of the game. And with this new, I hope they continue the 1, 3, 5 cadence going forward, but it may not. Maybe they'll do it every once in a while. But either way, it's cool. That was one of my complaints, was I thought they were too high. And it's allowing me to be able to. I was a hater, but now I'm more open to them because they're making it more available and easier to get for players like me. So I'm definitely, I like what they're doing with them, and they're making them more enjoyable. They're not making them so OP that you take one look at it and you just don't even play, kind of like the Dodge Cron was with LV and everything. So they're kind of thinning that part out, and they're kind of making it to where you don't want to put them on GL so much. I mean, obviously you can, but they're kind of taking that part away too, because that was one of my biggest complaints is you just slap your best one on a GL and you're good to go. And if you don't have one to even that out, you're screwed pretty much. So I think they're doing a lot better as far as quality of life with them.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time they actually had? Was Lord Vader the last actual GL with Kron? Like, they did ones for side members of the team.
It might have been Jabba. I think Jabba had one.
Oh, yeah. But that's still like 6 months ago now.
Yeah, I think that was another big change that they got feedback on. The problem was they rolled out Datacrons, and they had like the first 5 or 6 sets already like made up.
Right.
And they had GLs in them, right?
Yeah.
And so they were like, well, people hate the GLs and the Datacrons, but we got 6 sets to get through. So
right.
Here are these 6 sets of GL Datacrons.
Yeah, I love Datacrons. They let me compete with people that have much better accounts than mine. I hope that GLs never get touched again. I'm fine, like, give Chrysanthemum one for the Jabba team, make it so the GL teams can be impacted, but don't make it the GL, because
don't elevate the GL, elevate the supporting characters for the GL. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
exactly,
Lord Vader was awful.
Like, you've already spent your money and your time on getting a character that's supposed to be, higher above than everybody else. What I like about Datacrons is that, again, they're not doing them on GLs, but they're doing them on other tunes that can create other teams that can make your roster deeper and make GAC more interesting. Right.
Yeah, like this set in 5v5, Jedi Knight Revan is going to be beating Jedi Master Kenobi.
That's with Jedi Cal, right?
Well, Jedi Cal makes it a lot easier, but you don't need Jedi Cal to do it. No, you just need a super fat. You need to do it without Jedi Cal. You need your Revan to probably have your best speed set. You need Revan going before Cat.
Maybe they'll release the Jedi Cal event before 2024 comes around.
Yeah, right. So when are they releasing that? Good Lord.
Well, according to my alt, hopefully not until October, because I'm not getting it in September. But no, it's I don't think they're going to do 6 months again. I don't think. I think Grand Inquisitor was a test, and I don't think they made additional money that way.
I don't think I ever saw more memes of Pablo Escobar from Narcos.
Oh yeah,
just waiting, sitting around waiting.
Yeah.
The Swigo event server has like different tabs for all the different legendary events.
Yeah.
And I would go over to that server just to see Pablo Escobar memes.
And you can apply that meme to many situations in this game.
People just waiting for the event to drop, just sitting there waiting.
I had heard something about the possibility of September, but
September makes the most sense. September matches up with their cadence from prior events. So I don't want it September, but I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet it's coming at the end of September.
September would be fine if they do it every 3 months like they did for every other legendary event, right?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, somebody needs his Tartful a little higher than 5 stars right now to get it in September. But
ouch. Well, but that's
Yeah.
no, it is an alt. That's
Yep. But so Jedi Revan against Jedi Master Kenobi. As long as you go before their cat, because people still have slow cats, which I don't subscribe to. Jedi Master Kenobi reduces her cooldowns, then Jedi Revan direct focus her, which increases her cooldowns, and you have Jedi Knight Luke, and you have your Jedi stacking stupid amounts of damage with the Foresight level 6.
Yep.
And you just win. With Jedi Knight Cal, you don't need your team as fast because the Jedi Knight Cal level 9 will is a 15 or 25% turn meter. It's one of the two. Either way, it's making your Jedi Knight Revan faster than Cat no matter what you do. So he certainly makes it easy.
Hey, fellas, Orange Wangler, as Logan calls him, says if we take 3 shots, he'll give us 5 subs. You guys got any shots next to you?
No, I mean I'm sipping on water. It's a work day.
Yeah, water, my friend. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I didn't mean to interrupt, but also while we're here, our friend Zareth. Hello, my friend. Thank you for the sub and the follow. Trouble on Demand, thank you for the follow. Horizon,
sure. Thank you much.
Ziltoid, Rowdy849, and Chippy Chipperson, thank you for the 300 bits early. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate the support, y'all. Love y'all dearly.
Yeah, I am still bitter that I missed out on the Jedi Knight. I did not get Cal the first go around. I had to make a choice. It was either Leviathan or I go for Cal, and I chose Leviathan.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. I have. On my main account, I have Cal. I love Cal. He's one of these legendaries that is an amazing tune that lifts. God, I hate using that word because people are so obsessed with it. But he lifts every team that he goes on. But he's not like super OP, which it's nice. He's a good tune to have. I don't have him on my alt. It sucks I can't beat Malgus with Bastila, Jedi Knight Cal, and Mace. But at the same time, like I don't feel like I'm missing out on the game by not having him.
What is the comp in Grand Arena with him? I was asking someone that earlier today, but we didn't have.
So 3v3 or 5v5 are you asking about?
5v5 mainly.
So my planned comp for him is Cal, Jedi Knight Luke, and on a Jedi Knight Revan team, then add 2 that apply Foresight. And they're just they beat GLs. Like the team beats GLs.
Wow.
That's all you need to know. They're not going to beat like Sith Eternal. Sith Eternal destroys Jedi, but I mean they beat Jedi Master Kenobi. They'll beat Jedi Master Luke. It's fun. It's going to be a fun team.
Will it be Jabba?
Probably not, but that's why you have Old Man Rex at R7 right now.
Yep.
Logan, do you have Cal? Jedi Knight?
I do not. I missed him. I had to make that choice. It was either Leviathan or Cal, and I went the Leviathan route, which I do. I still stand by that decision. I made it, and that's why I'm kind of. I mean, unfortunate for Solo's alt. He wants it in October. I would much rather. I disagree. I'd much rather it be in September. Because I will say in GAC, having an extra tool to deal with Malgus is very nice and very convenient.
Oh yeah, I mean, because in 3v3, it's Bastila, or Jedi Knight Cal and Mace, and Jedi Knight Cal is obviously expensive, but what a cheap team to be like the meta team, the meta non-GL team.
Yeah,
I'm working on them now, so I'm excited to get that going.
The team that you pretty much need a GL for, or a really, really well modded 501st for. And I don't like the 501st against Malgus in 3v3, so I don't usually do that.
Yeah.
Logan, if you don't get Jedi Cal soon, I'm revoking your yacht, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've had the requirements done for a hot minute. I just need this not to be a Grand Inquisitor take 2, and we'll be good. And everything will be right as rain. And
well, you're late on payments, man. You better have Cal.
I still have a Relic 7 Rex, and you don't. So
you also have fucking like 12 GLs I don't have either. But test me at Kyber 3. Y'all come down to Kyber 3. Come to my level and see who's boss.
I'm going to need to fact check you on 12 GLs. We're going to do a roster review.
That's Bones math.
Sure, he's a little over on that.
Anyway.
No, I am looking forward to Jedi Cal. That'll be, it's just another tool in your toolbox. It'll be nice to have, but again, we'll see if it happens in September. And then there's, and that was another thing, Solo, you brought up in your last Gambit episode, which I thought was really interesting, was the bottleneck of Omicrons that's coming up.
Oh my God, it's stupid. It's stupid.
It's looking like I'm sitting on 77 right now, and I don't think I have enough.
You don't. If you care about TW, you don't.
I don't know if I want to give Malicos 3. Like, we went over that in our last episode. We actually reread the kit, and we tried through like process of elimination which one is not necessary.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still don't know.
He'll probably be the first character that I give 3 Omicrons to.
I think all 3 are valid. For him, I'm gonna apply 2 immediately. The one with the dispellable healing immunity, I'm not, and I'm open to applying it. A, I don't have enough Omicrons for it, but B, I don't know if it's needed. Like it's good, but is it needed? Is the question.
Yeah. Like, is it really going to move the needle of what you want him to do?
Right. Does it make him counter something different?
Yes, that's what I was thinking, is that like the Omicron where he prevents revives is like team specific. So like, what are you going to be using him for? And that will probably be the one that you can do last if you're not going to use him to counter specific squads.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think all 3 of them are good. I can't apply all 3. I have what? Because we need. There's Hera, Baby Cal, Fulcrum, Malicos with at least 2.
Now you're also talking about ones that are needed for TW, right?
Yeah. And there was another GA one. Oh, and Rex himself. So I could apply. Well, I don't have Malicos yet, but I would gladly apply 6 right now without a second thought. And I don't have 6 at the moment, which is the problem. Because, I mean, God, I also everyone's assuming that you're going to need Cal and Fulcrum on the Malicos team, and I think they're going to go on the team. I don't know if you are going to need Fulcrum's Omicron for Malicos just wrecking everybody. Well, I guess we'll see though.
Yeah, I think it'll depend on how much damage he actually does, right?
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, we have those multipliers, so we can see.
Well, we all felt this way when they released Ben Solo, and we thought he was just going to be like
a one-man wrecking crew,
like a complete cannon, right? And then there was some issue with how his damage stats are being applied, and he wasn't doing the damage amounts he was supposed to do. And then they fixed it, and he's been better, right?
Oh yeah, I've because I have the hit under protection cron, and I have just wiped some teams. The problem with Ben is that it's his armor penetration. So Ben's armor penetration is sitting at a awful 38. Malicos is at 210.
It's pretty good.
Right. Yeah, it's about 5 times higher. So I think I know Malicos is going to hit harder than Ben does. But Ben, I mean, when Ben's hitting under protection and he does that big hit, it's disgusting. I do miss the Ufu runs where he would get the 100% extra damage, and you're just like, oh, where'd that team go? That was cute.
Yeah, Malikos is a relic 8, like immediately.
Yes, without a question.
Jesus. So offense, defense, depending on team comp.
Well, everybody that says Leviathan shouldn't be giving out 77 is just going to stick him on defense without thinking about him. I don't know. It's really going to depend on testing. I really want him to beat big stuff so I can put stuff on defense, other stuff on defense. But I think 90% of the community is just going to stick him on a Seer, Cal, Fulcrum, Malikos small team.
It will be annoying to deal with for sure.
Yeah. The strange part, though, and this is why I'm not sure if he does actually go with Lord Vader or he flies off on his own somewhere, is Maul wants everybody to be fast. Seer wants everybody to be slow. The two don't pair together well.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna find a way to make it work because that combination's just that good. That good.
It sounds pretty nutty. I'm kind of excited to see it.
Yeah, I guess the thing is you don't really care about Seer's big hit in this comp because Maul and Malikos are doing the damage. So who cares if Seer ever gets determined assault?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll see. But the Seer leadership is just going to be so good for Malikos too.
It's going to be ridiculous. And then you add the Omicron too, which is just
obscene. Yeah. Thankfully, I've already applied that one, so I don't need 7. I already at least have 1.
And my God, her kit was a book to read to begin with.
Yes.
Good night. All right. Well, gents, I think we had quite a few viewer questions. So I think at this point we should hit that up and then we can call it an evening.
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Solo, our viewer questions are all over the joint. Like we've got there's gonna be some food questions because we always get those. And there's actually seems to be a couple NFL questions which are interesting.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, Bob, I'll let you take it away.
Bob, did you load them into the host channel, or should I just go into the viewer questions?
You'll have to do it again this week because I was slacking.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I didn't put anything in there. But to all the new faces here, if you guys join our Discord, you guys ask questions, post them in there during the week, and we answer them all. Every week.
So. Literally all of them.
Yeah. We're getting more popular, getting more and more, so eventually we may have to thin some out, but
I know. One of our listeners is actually making me a Watto mask, so Watto can actually be here.
Are you serious?
No, I shit you not. Like, he sent me pictures of it, and I went, dude, that's incredible, and thank you. I was like, wow.
And what's sad is I cannot. Every time I see Watto, I think of you now. And I was watching Phantom Menace last night, I think it was. And
that's because you're trying to buy a Nubian. Yeah, yeah.
Zara says that sounds like a wad of fun. Got the dad jokes going. The king of dad jokes, man.
I swear to God, that man kills me with the dad jokes.
Yep.
Oh, it is. It's a dad thing. It's a dad thing.
Okay, so I think I got to our first question, and it was from Bodie. So Old Man Logan.
That man.
Old Man Logan was posted to Hawaii. So, what's your favorite recipe for Spam?
All right. So from here on out, I'm going to end this goddamn Spam debate. Everybody's saying Spam is shit. First of all, it's an historical thing because during World War II, it was a very cheap form of meat that could be sent to the soldiers. And anybody that knows history about the Pacific Theater of Operations, Pearl was the main, at least at that point early in the war, the main distribution hub throughout the Pacific Theater. So a shitload of spam was sent there. There was something there at a lot of the military shop bats you could buy called musubi, and it was a block of sticky rice, and on the top layer was a thin to semi-thick cut of spam that was very well fried and seasoned with like a teriyaki sauce. Put it on top of the sticky rice, which was heated, wrap it in seaweed, serve it with a spicy mayo, and dude, that shit was on point. So from that point on, I started to appreciate spam a little bit more, and they actually have a bacon flavored spam, which I will take some small slices of it, mash it up, and actually put it in my ground beef when I do hamburgers.
So were you making it like sushi? Because that's what it sounded like.
Musubi is kind of like sushi, but
Yeah.
it's a block of rice with fried spam on top, wrapped in seaweed, and
Huh.
dude, it was the greatest snack ever. It was amazing.
Never heard of it.
So
I don't eat spam.
Stop shitting on spam. It's not that bad if you do it right.
I think it's called spam. Can we come up with a better name for it, maybe? And maybe
No, Bones. It's literally called spam.
No, it's spam.
No, I know
It's spam.
But, I don't hate it. I've had it. My wife cooks it every once in a while. I'll eat it, but I'm not like a connoisseur of it or anything like Logan is.
Next question is from Heiner. What mods do you recommend for Lobot following his update? I'm not sure if the mod info on swugga.gg is still valid after Lobot's rework.
Probably not. Solo, what do you think about that?
Don't care.
Speed and potency?
Yeah, probably speed and potency. You want him to have VIP. Like that's probably all that matters.
Yeah. The question is, will the unique ability of him being a droid still count for allowing him to be VIP? Or will it be bugged?
Well, we know that answer. We know that answer.
Because his kit, he is not a droid, but will the game recognize that he's a droid?
Yeah.
Well, so leadership comes. Oh wait, it's not leader; it's unique.
Yeah.
Oh,
like I could see
Shorty is going to be first. Yeah, no, it's not.
I could see it being bugged and not working.
I have screenshots of this. Hold on, I can jump on to other people doing testing, so I didn't have to.
Oh yeah.
What is the symbol for VIP? I think
it's the little blue thing. It looks like
it's like a little cogwheel
yeah, exactly.
Or something. Yeah, no, he will get VIP.
Okay, all right. Good job, CG.
For now.
Good job to all the people who test these after they come out. Spend your hard-earned money and test them. Not good job, CG.
We appreciate it. We really do. We appreciate your efforts.
Next question is from Extreme Makeover Alderon. Can Logan spend about 10 minutes replaying Rod Woodson punt return touchdowns in Arrowhead to torture Bones?
All right. Well, I'm not going to spend 10 minutes. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes on this. Bob, this question was directed to me.
My name is in it, so it's my business.
You Chiefs fan, you. No. Rod Woodson played 17 amazing seasons. Most of that was with Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, the man had in his career 71 interceptions and scored 12 touchdowns. The game that our viewer is referring to was a game back in 1992. And I believe it was a 75 or 80-yard punt return. And we actually drubbed Kansas City, I think somewhere like 27-3 that game. But Rod Woodson is probably one of the best cornerbacks to ever play in the National Football League, in my opinion. And he had a devastating injury and then came back for the Super Bowl against Barry Switzer's Dallas Cowboys, the last Super Bowl that shit team ever won. And there it is. So, yeah, that's not 10 minutes.
I was 4 years old when that happened. So, Alderon, take your punt returns and you know where to put them.
Graduated high school in '95.
Also, Zareth says you don't need to be a droid to be a VIP. Mary
You
J
don't.
says we've seen Zaris and Ben both be VIP.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good to know.
I have to sneak this one in. Chippy Chipperson asks, has the legalization of cannabis across several states helped or hurt gag play? I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to do some research on that. I'll get back to you.
I don't even know where you would look up that data, to be honest. I don't. I'm sure there's been an effect somewhere. Some guy gets home from work, grabs his bag of Chiba, starts blazing away, looks at his GAC, and
says, "Fuck it."
I thought that was the other Luke. And
forgets to finish the second half.
Yeah.
Forgets what the kits do every day, every time Grand Arena comes around.
He's trying to counter Jabba with his face and a bag of Doritos. It's just not going to work out.
What does this do again? Is a lot of the bigger stoner content creators say a lot. Anyways, go ahead, Avant.
Next question is from CS Wins. Howdy, folks. Thanks as always. With Leia inbound, who would be your next 3 top picks to be the next GL? I think we should each pick like one person here.
Fuck that. We're all doing 3.
No,
all right, fine. Then I'll do 3. I don't know if I can name 3.
I don't know if I can name 3.
Let me go first. Ahsoka, Thrawn, and then, not in particular order, Neutral Revan. I see Neutral Revan happening before Ahsoka or Thrawn.
Revan Reborn, Darksaber, Mando, and I would pick Thrawn over Ahsoka.
Oh, and like a Spider Legs Maul would be cool.
But please, no more sequel trilogy.
Yes. Don't make me start talking about the sequel in there. Solo, what do you think, man? What's your 3?
Oh man, this is tough because I am a gatekeeper on GLs. I didn't even want Jabba to be a GL. And I love Ahsoka. She's probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters, but I don't even think she's a GL.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with. Let's see. Man, I struggle. I'm going to go with Inquisitor.
Man. You have to predict what it's going to be.
Inquisitor Starkiller. Man.
Oh, is this tell me you think a certain person is a certain thing in Ahsoka?
I don't think he's Ezra. But no, let's Mace probably deserves GL status. Then man, I
like that actually.
The third option. Who do we not have enough of? Actually, Darth Plagueis would be a good one.
I was actually, that was going to be one of my selections. Darth Plagueis.
I mean, we were talking about Padme. Padme had 18 different outfits. I don't know if she's GL status. But give her that crazy red dress that she wore with the big thing on her head. I'm in. Jar Jar Conquest Lifter.
Stop it.
Lifty. Solo doesn't like Lifter. Lifty.
The show is going so well. Stop it.
Leia Poppins spaceship.
Not doing it.
Love it.
Anything else on that one, guys?
The Gonk droid.
The Gonk droid.
I want the Gonk droid. I want droids to be brought to a new level of heights. I want the droids to just transcend and be absolutely amazing in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And the only one that can make that possible is the Gonk droid.
Well, serious question, though. What would be a droid level GL or a GL level droid?
I mean, it would have to be Grievous, but...
Yeah.
That's all I could think, too, is Grievous.
Kalani. I don't think Kalani should be a GL, to be clear, but that's like the only one that's even close to up there.
I don't want to think about Kalani because that's like nightmare fuel from Lightside GOTB. When you saw Kalani in there, I was like, oh shit, kill him now.
Lobot, Zara says Lobot. That's genius, man. Why wouldn't I have thought of that? I mean, he is kind of the leader of all robots.
The second part of CS Wins' question is, and an NFL question. Which current Hall of Fame player does not belong in the Hall of Fame, in your opinion? And why is the correct answer Kurt Warner?
It's not.
I
Andre
agree.
Tippett. Andre Tippett does not belong in the Hall of Fame, and yet he's there.
I think Kurt Warner's accuracy allows him to be into the Hall of Fame, and he was a good quarterback.
I think
Didn't he have 40,000 yards?
Yeah, like he was good. I think he deserves to go.
Right.
I think for what Kurt Warner did at one point, bagging groceries to being the fastest show on turf. I mean, look what he was throwing to. He was throwing to Isaac Bruce. He had Marshall Faulk. I mean, that team was just outstandingly fast and good. Yeah. And they, now I know this topic picked up a little bit of traction. I think
yes, it did.
Pico Burrito had something to say.
Pico's. I think I agree with Pico's. He said Ray Rice or Ray
Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
He said Ray Lewis.
Wrong. Ravens criminal.
The only thing I'll say about Ray Lewis is that while he did get away with it, I'll leave that aside. Let's just say hypothetically that never happened. You look at his numbers and what he did for a defense. That man absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Aren't they known?
Stuff, I don't know.
Isn't he known, him and his defense, at one point known as like the greatest defense of all time?
One of the greatest defenses of all time was
it the 2000s? The 2000 Ravens?
I believe it was. I think it was 2001.
01.
Yeah.
2001. And I mean, it was that defense. I mean, I don't remember who did they play that year in the Super Bowl. Was it
the Giants?
One was Giants. Yeah,
destroyed.
It was the Giants because I'm a Giants fan. I remember that game. I remember thinking in the NFC Championship how the Giants were going to get steamrolled, and they beat the Vikings 41-0. And then they went up against the Ravens, and the Ravens just shut the Giants down. And then
it was all defensively. Like offensively, they were flat. I think they scored 2 defensive touchdowns on you in that game.
And then the Giants ran the second half kickoff back for a touchdown.
Yep.
And I believe they kicked off, and the Ravens ran the next kick back, and it was just like completely deflating.
Yeah.
As a fan.
Here's what I'll say about that whole Ray Lewis thing. If we're going to keep criminals out of the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame is gone.
Yes, that was the point that we've made as well.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's Andre Tippett. Nobody can look at Andre Tippett's stats and ever tell me that he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Dude had 30 sacks in 2 years and then was just average for the rest of his time on a Patriots team that wasn't good.
I've heard this argument. I've heard this name before. And I
don't even know who he is. So the fact that he's in the Hall of Fame tells me a lot.
I'm in the camp of I don't know who that is.
No, I've heard the name. I don't remember when he played, but I have heard that for like a very brief window, he was a rock star, and then he just became pedestrian. He just put up average numbers, and he was inducted, and a lot of people were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. So he was on the Patriots in the 80s and the 90s, and I'm a Jets fan, so obviously I'm going to know that he's awful. But so he went 0 sacks, 8.5 sacks, then all of a sudden 18.5, then 16.5. Then he dropped down to pedestrian numbers again, but everybody remembers because he was he didn't even win Defensive Player of the Year. Like, he's never won a Defensive Player of the Year. He had 2 good years and was just kind of there for the rest of the years. And he has one career interception, 1 career forced fumble, and 100 sacks, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, where is he sack wise? Is 100 sacks very much total, or
Not really.
Not
Probably
depending
not.
on how many years. It
like what's
depends
the
how many years
record?
he played overall.
What's the record for most sacks ever?
Probably Reggie White, right?
Yeah.
Reggie White overall, T.J.
Mike-
Watt, Michael Strahan share the record for most in the season.
Oh, TJ Watt shares it with Strahan?
Yeah, because he tied
Yeah.
it.
23
So
and a half.
it's Bruce Smith has the career at 200,
Okay.
Oh shit!
and then Reggie White has 198.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is random, but remember whenever Peyton Manning with the Denver Broncos broke the season record for is it touchdowns and yards total for an offense?
Touchdowns and interceptions, I thought. Like he'd thrown the most interceptions and also the most touchdowns.
I think he had yards too. I mean, it was like the most amazing offense he had ever seen. And then they went to
Yeah.
After that year, he won the Super Bowl with Denver. He should have called it. That last year
Yeah.
was a
But
mistake.
that season,
he never should have done that.
did he
He
go up
never
against the
should.
Patriots or something? They went up against somebody and they got smoked. They scored 3 points. I think that was when they had Demaryius Thomas, who rest in peace died. They had a really good wide receiver car, but yeah, it was like a historical offense, and they scored 3 points in the Super Bowl that year, and got beat. I don't remember who it was though that beat him.
So what else? What else we got?
Next question's from TK. Camaro or Mustang? Or what's your dream car?
Ooh. Camaro or Mustang? I'm going Mustang.
Yeah,
And I'm not normally a Ford guy, but Camaros just don't do it for me.
I'm Camaro.
I prefer Challenger over all of them, but if I have to choose,
The new Challengers are ugly. I should say the 2000s Challengers are just ugly.
but my dream car is like a pimped out like H1 Hummer or like an old school Impala or something like that. That's probably something I'd want.
I'm not a big car guy. My kids just destroy my car, so it is it is a vessel that transports me from one place to another.
You know what? I can totally relate because as a father of 4 whose children are now grown and gone, it is so nice to have a clean fucking car.
Today,
Have your interior, and you don't, when you clean it out, you don't suck up in the big vacuum half a bag of McDonald's fucking French fries in the back seat.
Today, my daughter asked me, "Daddy, that car is shiny. Why is your car not shiny?"
Ah, that's a morale moment right there. You just start questioning your life, like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Also,
Oh no, I knew
you just
the
don't
answer
have
to
time.
that question was very simple.
You.
I'm tired. I don't want to clean my car right now.
Next question is from Aussie Mike. Rank the GLs in terms of favorite to use. Probably my favorite to use is C, despite him being a pile of shit outside of PvP.
Let's see. Favorite to use. We have what, 7? Probably Kenobi is my favorite to use.
Yeah.
But then he's not the best anymore. I mean, he gets beat by so much. Probably, I would go Kenobi, Jabba, because this is using, not just skill level. Kenobi, Jabba, Rey, Lord Vader, Jedi Master Luke, Supreme Leader Kylo C.
Oh wow, you put
he's
Slicker
so
that
boring.
low?
Yeah, because he just sits there, his team dies, and then eventually he one-shots everything.
That's pretty much what happened.
Like we're just talking about fun to use, not necessarily. I mean,
Yeah.
I think his value is higher. Just it's like okay, there went another member of his team. There went another member of his team. Like that's.
I think Jabba is my favorite to use. Just the mechanics of the Jabba team are fun with the thermals, and I really enjoy the Rancor ultimate. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I would probably go Jabba, JMK. Then I would say maybe, I don't know. It's hard to do the middle of the pack. I think I think C is actually my least favorite. He's just very boring to me.
Right. You go till ult, and then it's like
you put him with Watt, and Watt dies, and then you just wait, and then you just kill everyone.
You're basically taking a colossal ass whooping until you electrocute everybody.
It is the exact same as Supreme Leader Kylo, just Kylo ramps and C just gets to ult. It's like the same thing. It's everybody dies, and then the other team's dead.
I do find Rey's kit really fun. I think people love to hate Rey mainly because she's sequel trilogy, but I enjoy Rey. I think her character is pretty fun to theory craft with.
Oh yeah, yep. She count every time a new GL comes out. She's the first one I start testing as a counter to said GL.
Yeah.
These past couple sets of Datacrons, I stopped putting Rey on defense. I use her on offense now.
I alternate. Yeah.
Because everybody's putting Rey on defense with the 15-15 cron. So I got to a point where I said, screw it. All right, well, then I'm just going to fight my Rey against yours. And as long as mine is slower, I'm going to beat you.
What about you, Bones?
Yeah, Bones, what about you?
Well, I only have 3. So out of the 3 that I have, JMK, Jabba, JML. JMK, I mean, even though it's overkill, it's fun to just delete a gas and completely bypass, his mechanics or delete a Malgus without no problem. It's just something awesome about that.
Yeah, I would have to say Jabba, and I that's probably because we use them so much. Like you use them in the raid, you use them in Conquest. You're using Jabba everywhere. What's that really good event that comes out that gives you a shitload of mod materials? The
Smugglers
Run 2.
Smugglers Run 2. I mean, you're using Jabba for everything. So I'd have to say Jabba is probably my first favorite, and then Jedi Master Kenobi. And then, probably Jedi Master Luke. And then, obviously, SE is on the bottom, and from up there, it's slicker. It's kind of pretty much the same.
All right, we have 2 more viewer questions. One from E-Ray Crafting Way. GL check again. We've seen Lord Vader. We've seen Rey. Show us your slickers and how you preferred to mod him.
This is a fun one. This caused controversy.
I'm actually interested how you mod yours, Solo.
Yeah.
I don't believe that there should be speed on him at all. If you have a speed set, you're doing it wrong.
I am in that camp as well.
I just haven't changed his mods in forever because he keeps killing things, and so I don't need to change him. So I have him in an offense and a health set with a health triangle and a health circle and a health cross and a crit damage triangle. I have him at 13k physical damage, and I have him right around 150k health and 530 speed because he doesn't need to be fast.
Is yours R9?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The whole fast Kylo thing, it all came about to stop Jedi Knight Revan. That hasn't been a counter in over a year, and people are still married to fast Kylo. I think you can get better use out of your speed sets.
Agreed. Yeah, mine is an offense and a health set as well. Mine is not R9. He's Relic 8. But I have a speed arrow, an offense triangle. I have a health cross. I could probably do an offense cross instead, but he gets the job done. So I just have left his mods where they're at.
Right. Why change it if it's working?
On mine I have an offense set, and I don't know why, because again, I haven't looked at this in so long. It works, but I have offense and crit chance. So, and he's got really good health and decent speed, and I'm just a little bit shy of 13k physical offense. So, I mean, he does what I need him to do.
Yeah, I think that's the moral of the story is, does your slicker stay alive and kill things?
Yeah, if he kills shit, then in 3v3 is great against Jabba. Just, ramp up and give a poke. Although, what was that scenario, Sully, you were talking about where you poked Kersantin and there was 1 damage?
Oh yeah, it's the Wookiee damage reduction cron if they're over 50% turn meter. So it's 75% damage reduction over 50% turn meter. And then Jabba has an additional damage reduction built into his kit. And so I was doing 1 damage with Supreme Leader Kylo for a little while. It's still 1. Like, I still won with Supreme Leader Kylo, but I can imagine other counters that can get really annoying.
That's insanity. You poke Kersantin for 1 damage and you're using a GL.
After I ramped too. It's not even like the first poke. It was after a ramp.
Oh, that's absolute insanity.
Final question is from Jar Jar McGoats. What are the chances of one of these last 3 farms being a Cantina farm? Referring to the GLA Marquise.
Oh,
I hope so.
I guarantee it.
I hope so. Just give me one of them.
There's always
just
one.
one.
I think it'll be 1.
There's always one.
I hope 1. I am not counting on 1 though, because CG has learned that the way that they're making money off these GLs are from the initial people buying the shards. So I'm not. I hope so. We talked about this earlier. I really do hope so, but I've already resigned myself to when it doesn't happen.
I'm just wondering who. I mean, if it's not going to be Drogan. It's not.
No. If anyone. So here's what I think. Here's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to do Nisa, which is the second least needed one to do it too.
Because people farmed her with additive drops.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know. They've been generous lately. Maybe they'll continue their streak.
They're generous until it's, but they're also. So I don't know if you guys probably don't. 'Cause who the hell does it? But I read the quarterly earnings reports from CG or from EA.
Yeah.
And CG's like knocking it out of the park. I can't imagine that they don't make it hard for us to get Leia without spending decent money.
So are they I'm always interested in their earnings every month. I don't follow it. Are they on an incline? Have they been going pretty well? Did they take a dip recently? Like, I wondered how they've been doing the last 3 or 4 months.
They, according to EA, they have exceeded all expectations with their profits for this game. Not Lord of the Rings, but for this game.
Not Lord of the Rings.
that is a terrible game. I played it. I've tried it. It was horrible. Is that all the questions?
Yeah, that's it.
The one last thing, especially about the Cantina, would it be feasible if maybe it was Scout Trooper, considering we have a new Gideon coming as our next conquest?
That's who I hope it is. I hope it's Scout Trooper.
No.
We'll see.
Chippy Chipperson, thank you for the sub, my friend, to Solo. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, I think that's it, folks. It's about 2.5 hours. That's about our time frame. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight and going over all the news and kits and everything that is Swigo. Stay tuned. Again, next Tuesday we start the our NFL podcast, going over all the news for that. Definitely want to thank Solo again for visiting with us and spending his time and hanging out with us. Again, pimp your stuff one more time for those that came in late.
Yeah, guys, you can find me. I am one half of the Gambit podcast, so you can find us at Twitch/Gambit Podcast on Mondays. You can also find us on Spotify just under Gambit Podcast. And then you can find me personally streaming my GACs at SoloBass15. And then come have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you guys, want to get better at your GAC, definitely check Solo out on his Twitch, because the man plays big accounts and he does very well.
Just do the opposite of me. You'll win every time.
I always say that too. Come to my streams, learn what not to do, and sometimes that's important.
So I'll leave it to Avant and Bob. You guys, we'll close it out.
Avant, you got anything to say?
No, Solo, thanks for coming on. It was good hanging with you for the last couple. Thanks to all the viewers. I know we had a bunch of new viewers and subs tonight. So thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, and to all the new people who come in, push the fucking button. It's right there. Just push it.
Push the fucking button. Just hit it. It's very simple.
It's that easy. We're gonna say our goodbyes for the recording, but stay around so we can show love and raid somebody if you guys don't mind. But with all that being said, thank you guys for coming by tonight. Always a great time hanging with y'all. Solo, thank you for coming by. We'll have you on again soon, of course. But yeah, love y'all. Y'all take care and have a good one.